There was a time when a mother had to give up her baby, not because she didn't love him, but because she loved him too much to let him die. This is the story of Musa alayhi salam. But before he was a prophet, before the plagues, the staff, the sea splitting into 12, he was a baby floating in a basket. The Fir'aun had declared war on children. Every male baby born to the Israelites should be slaughtered without mercy, without hesitation. And in that time of terror, a woman gave birth to a beautiful, peaceful, and radiant baby. Her heart knew this boy was special, but the soldiers didn't care about special. So she did the unthinkable. She placed her newborn in a wooden box, sealed it tight, and released it into the river. Now imagine that moment: a river, a murder, and a prayer. She didn't know where the current would take him, but she knew who controlled the current. We inspired the mother of Musa: suckle him, but when you fear for him, cast him into the river. Do not fear and do not grieve. Indeed, we will return him to you and make him among the messengers. That was a promise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And he never breaks his promise. The basket floated past rocks, past danger, past crocodile in the river Nile, until it reached the very palace of Pharaoh, La'natullah alayhi. Yes, the same man who ordered his death would now raise him under his roof. Subhanallah. Allah didn't just protect Musa, he placed him right at the heart of the enemy's fortress, untouchable. And if you are finding value in this story so far, or even learned one or two new things, go ahead and like this video. It will help more people discover these reminders. The queen, Asiya alayhi salam, saw the baby and her heart melted. It may be a comfort to me and to you. Do not kill him. Perhaps he may benefit us, or we may even adopt him as a son, she said. And just like that, the enemy became the protector. But the story didn't end there. Musa, still an infant, refused to nurse from any wet nurse in the palace. Days passed, the baby cried, and no one could feed him. Until later, his sister, hiding in the crowd, stepping forward and said, "Shall I direct you to a household who will raise him for you and care for him sincerely?" They agreed. And who was that household? His real mother. Just like that, she was reunited with her baby, paid to raise him under royal protection. Allah's plan wasn't just beautiful, it was powerful. Years passed. Musa grew up in the palace, educated, trained, fed like a prince, but his heart never left his people. The Israelites were still slaves, still oppressed, and deep down, he knew he didn't belong to Pharaoh's world. One day, while walking through the city, he came across two men fighting, one from his people, one from Pharaoh's army. The man from his people cried out for help. Musa rushed in, pushed the guard, and the man fell, dead, just like that. It was an accident, but it was fatal. And Musa panicked. This is from the work of Shaitan. He is a clear enemy leading astray. He said he felt guilty, fear, shame, but still he turned to Allah. "My Lord, I have wronged myself. Forgive me." And Allah forgave him, because even prophets makes mistakes. But what makes them special is how quickly they turn back. The next day, it happened again. Another fight, another cry for help from the same Israelites. But this time, Musa hesitated. "Clearly, you are a troublemaker," he said. But that moment was interrupted by a man who came running, shouting, "Oh Musa, the chiefs are plotting to kill you. Leave the city now." And just like that, Musa fled from the palace, from Egypt, from everything he knew. No time to pack, no time to plan. He just walked alone, afraid, and homeless. By the way, if you would like to hear more stories like this, don't forget to subscribe. There is so much more to come, inshallah. He walked for days, no food, no shelter, no clear destination, until he reached a place called Madian. And there, by a well, he saw a crowd of men watering their flock. And to the side, there were two women, standing back, struggling to control their sheep, afraid to step forward. Musa approached them gently. "What is your situation?" he asked. They said, "We do not water our flock until the shepherds leave, and our father is an old man." They responded. Without waiting for a reward, Musa took their sheep, watered them, returned them. Then he stepped back, sat beneath a tree, and whispered a dua that would change everything. "My Lord, truly I am in need of whatever good you send down to me." That was his dua. It wasn't dramatic, it wasn't loud. It was simple, raw, and real. He had nothing, and he asked from the one who gives everything. Then came the response. One of the girls returned, modest and respectful. "My father invites you, so he may reward you for watering for us," she said. That father was Shu'aib alayhi salam, a prophet himself. Musa walked back with her, spoke to Shu'aib, told his story, and Shu'aib gave him shelter. Not just for a night, but for years. He gave him a home, a job, and a wife. From palace to fugitive to being a shepherd. But through it all, Allah was preparing him for something far greater. So if you don't want to miss the next part of this journey, turn on your notification bell so you will always be one step ahead when the next story drops. But what does this story mean to you? Sometimes you will be in the palace, privileged, protected. Other times in the desert, alone, exhausted. Sometimes you will feel like the river is carrying you without direction. Other times you will be forced to leave everything behind. But through every stage, Allah is guiding you. Even when you didn't see it, even when it feels like a mistake, it is not. It's preparation. Musa wasn't just a prophet overnight. He was forged through trauma, through fear, through trials. So if you feel like you are in the running phase, if you are in your own desert, making your own dua under your own tree, know this: Allah hears, and He will send what you need when you need it. Don't just stop working. Assalamu alaikum.